There's a bottle sitting by your kitchen sink right now that'll kill near every crawling, flying, biting thing that's been getting into your house and your yard, and it costs you about $2, and you already own it. Now I'll show you how to use it. Every kind of pest there is, room by room and out into the yard, and I'll tell you the honest truth about each one, because there's a good deal said about this that's half true, and some of it's flat wrong, and one piece of it could get you hurt bad. I'll get to all of it, and I'll tell you which is which as we go. My name is Caleb Yoder. I farm, and between the house, the garden, the greenhouse, the barn, and every warm weather thing that's ever tried to move in on me, I've been at war with pests my whole life, and a plain bottle of soap has been about the winningest weapon I've got. Now, the first thing to know is this is not some clever new thing somebody found out. My grandmother did it, her mother before her. Folks have been killing bugs with soapy water a couple hundred years at least, and I believe it because it's just the sort of thing a body stumbles onto. You wash a thing, the bugs on it die, you take notice. And a word on which soap, since folks always ask. Just the plain dish soap, the ordinary stuff you wash a plate with. Not the fancy kind with the grease cutter and the hand cream worked into it, because some of that extra will do more harm than good. Plain and cheap is what you want, and that ought to tell you something right there. So let me tell you the one thing soap does to a bug, because once you've got that, the whole rest of it makes sense, and you won't need to remember a list. A little soft bug doesn't breathe like you and me. It breathes through tiny holes along its sides, and it's got a waxy coat that holds its water in. That's about the whole of a small bug. A bit of water held in by a waxy skin breathing through the sides. Soap wrecks both. It cuts the wax so the bug dries out, and it clogs those breathing holes so it can't get air. That's the whole of how it works. So it kills the small and the soft, on contact, when you hit it direct. Keep that in your head. Now let's walk through the house. Start with ants, because everybody's had ants. They come marching across the counter, up out of a crack, a line of them into the sugar. Now you can chase them with a rag your whole life, or you keep a spray bottle of soapy water, weak, and when you see the line of them, you wet them down good. The soap does its work, and it does it quick, and here's the extra of it. The ants lay down a little scent trail for the others to follow, and the soapy water washes that trail out. So you're not just killing the ones you see, you're wiping out the road they were all following in on. That one I'll vouch for. It won't fix wherever they're nesting, mind you. If they keep coming, you've got a nest somewhere, and that's another day's work. But for the line on your counter this morning, it's the thing. Now the flies, and here's where you switch how you think, because flies you don't spray, flies you drown, and you let them do the work themselves. The little fruit flies that show up around anything ripe, the gnats that hang about a house plant. You take a jar, a little cider vinegar in the bottom, the brown kind, and that smells like rotten fruit to them, and they can't stay off it. Then just a drop of soap in the vinegar. Here's the clever part, and it's true and it works. A little fly can ordinarily land right on top of the liquid, light as it is. The surface holds it up like a skin. The soap breaks that skin, takes the hold right out from under it. So the fly comes for the smell, goes to land, and there's nothing there to catch it, and down it goes. You'll have a jar of them by morning. Costs you nothing, catches every one, and you've not sprayed a thing where you eat. And the gnats around a potted plant, same idea, only sometimes it's not the air you're fighting, it's the dirt. The little ones breed in wet potting soil, so the jar catches the ones flying, but if they keep coming, you're watering that plant too much and they're breeding in the pot. Let the top of that soil dry out between waterings and you take their nursery away. Now the earwigs, those pinchy little fellows that turn up in a damp corner under a mat in the basement, soft-bodied so soap gets them just like the rest. A squirt of soap in a spray bottle, wet them direct, they're done. But same as the ants, if they keep turning up, you've got damp somewhere they like, and the real cure is drying that spot out, not spraying forever. You'll notice I keep saying that. Kill the ones here now, then go find why they came. The soap's the quick part. The why is the lasting part. Let's go outside. The bugs on your plants. This is where soap earns its keep best of all. The aphids, those little green things that cluster thick under a leaf and suck a plant to death. The spider mites, so small you can't hardly see them, but you see the fine webbing underneath. Both soft, both killed by a weak soap spray, and here's the important part. You spray the underside of the leaf, where they live. Most folks spray the top because that's what they can see, and the bugs are all underneath, and so they spray and wonder why nothing dies. You're washing the part the bug isn't on. And here's why I favor soap out there over the hard poison, and it's the best reason in this whole video. The weak soap kills the aphid, but it spares the ladybug. Now, you might not care about a ladybug, but you should, because she eats aphids, she's on your side. The man who goes out with the strong poison kills the aphids and the ladybugs both, and next year the aphids come back with nobody left to hold them down, and he's made his own trouble worse. The soap takes out the pest and leaves you your ally standing. The Japanese beetles, the ones that turn your rose leaves to lace, and the grubs down in the lawn that are their young, folks say soap gets those too. Now there's truth in it. Knock the beetles off into a pail of soapy water of a morning when they're slow and dozy and they'll drown. That works fine. The grubs in the ground I'm less sure on. A soap drench might bother them some, but they're down in the soil where the spray hardly reaches, and I'd not tell you it's a sure thing. If you've got a bad grub problem, soap's not your whole answer, and I'll not pretend it is. The mosquitoes. Now here's one worth knowing. A mosquito lays her eggs on still water, and she lands on top of it to do it, same as the fly, held up by that skin on the surface. A dish of water with a drop of soap in it, set out where they are, breaks that skin, and she sinks when she lands. But hear me, that's a small help, not the cure. The cure for mosquitoes is you go around your place and you tip out every bit of standing water there is. The bucket, the old tire, the saucer under the flower pot, the clogged gutter. That's where they breed. No standing water, no mosquitoes. The soap dish is a little extra. Dumping the water is the whole game. Now I've come to the two I promised you were wrong, or near enough, and I'm a man of my word. The moles. You'll hear you can run the moles off your ground with soap, mix it with castor oil, spray the whole yard, and the mole digs off to bother the neighbor. I'll tell you straight, I don't put much stock in it. If anything in that mix troubles a mole, it's the castor oil, not the soap, and even then I've watched a man do the whole business and the mole just kept right on. Maybe it helps a little. I'd not tell you to count on it, and I'd surely not tell you it's the soap doing it. When somebody claims soap does something to a big burrowing animal down under the ground, be slow to believe it. Soap kills a soft little bug you hit direct. A mole is none of those things. And here's the one that matters, and I want you to hear me, because this isn't just wrong, it can get you hurt. The wasps. You'll hear, go spray the wasp nest with soapy water. Now it's true, a soap will kill a wasp. It fouls their breathing like any bug. That part's real. But a fellow reads that and pictures himself strolling up to a nest with a spray bottle. And friend, that is how a man gets hurt bad. You will not wet down a whole nest fast enough before the ones you missed come off there after you. I've been stung more times than I can count, and I've a deep respect for them, and I'd not walk up on a full nest with a spray bottle for any money. A little nest just starting up under an eave, 1 or 2 wasps on it, first thing of a cool morning when they're slow, a person can knock that down and be all right. But a full nest, or a high one, or a big gray ball of them, That's a job for somebody who does it with the right get-up, from a distance, at night, not a soap and a spray bottle. And if anybody you love swells up bad from a sting, can't breathe from it, then a wasp nest is nothing to be brave about at all. Leave it be and get the right person. So there. Soap kills a wasp, true. Soap makes you safe walking up on a nest of them. That's a lie, and a dangerous one. Now let me give you the sense of the whole thing, so you're not carrying home a pile of recipes you'll forget. Soap is for the small and the soft. If it's a little bug and you can hit it direct, soap kills it. If it's a flying thing, you can lure it to water and the soap will drown it. And it does all that without poisoning your ground, your ladybugs, your children, or yourself. That's the rule. Everything else is just which bug and which room. And that's the real reason I favor it, past the $2. When you reach for the hard poison, you don't kill just the one thing troubling you, you kill everything. The good bugs with the bad, the bee and the ladybug right alongside the pest. And your house and your yard, they've got their own balance going, their own things eating the things that bother you, and most of that's working for you if you'll let it be. Soap lets you take out the one thing that's hurting you and leave the rest standing. That's not just cheaper, it's gentler, and I've come to believe gentleness is generally the smarter road anyhow, with bugs and with most everything else. A couple of plain cautions, because even a gentle thing wants using right. Keep it weak. A teaspoon in a big jug, not a cupful. Strong soap will burn a plant's leaves near as bad as the bug would, so if you're unsure, do a leaf or two and wait a day before you do the whole plant. Don't spray a plant in the hot sun. Wet leaf and hot sun will scorch it, cool of the morning or the evening, and it wants doing again. Soap kills what it touches and then it's spent. It doesn't linger the way poison does. So you'll go back in a few days for the ones hatched since. That's not a failing, that's the price of it not sitting in your dirt and your house for months, which is just what you wanted. That's what I've got. It's old, it's near free, it's gentle, and it'll do a great deal, in every room of your house and clear out to the fence line, if you understand the one thing it does and don't believe the folks who swear it does more. My father had a saying for a cheap thing that works. The dearest tool in the shed is the one you bought when the plain one would have done. Don't go buying the strong poison for a job a spoon of soap will do. That's it for me. There's a fence line out there that won't mend itself. Take care of yourselves, and take care of each other.